If you're going to tell me about your streaming cold or your bad chest, or especially if you're going to bring me something you coughed up in the night, the surgery is well and truly closed for the day. Hi.
You're obviously not in the mood for your present, then.
What present?
She was lucky she didn't finish up with another offence on her file. If it hadn't been for the goodwill shown by that shopkeeper...
He was going to prosecute me anyway, wasn't he?
No, he wasn't. You don't think I'd have dragged you down there without first coming to some arrangement with him about not prosecuting?
Well, I didn't know that, did I?
I don't see why I should have told you.
That's a great way of teaching me a lesson, isn't it? By lying to me.
She shouldn't have done it in the first place, though, should she?
Mind your own, you.
Come on, come on.
Anyway, the wallet is ancient history by now. It's the money that Louise has picked up from somewhere that we're supposed to be talking about today. Perhaps if we can get back to that, you begin to see my point of view. Lies and deceit and theft are just not a good foundation for the sort of relationship we hope we can have with Louise.
Do you see what the problem is, Louise?
I've had a lifetime of people saying problem as soon as they look at me.
It's quite simple. Most people can't buy things unless they've got the money to do it.
And I'm not most people, am I?
Most people get the money to buy things, either by earning it or by being given it.
Or stealing it. You forgot that.
You said it, Louise.
You said it, Louise. Most people, Louise. Why can't most people just mind their own businesses, eh? Why can't they just keep their noses out? I earned it. I know to pay me way. I earned it okay.
Look, she didn't steal the money. I gave it to her.
And where did you get that kind of money from, Gary?
Well, I had a cassette recorder, but I'd sold it. Anyway, she said she'd pay me back. You always do, don't you?
Yeah.
Why didn't you tell us all this in the first place? You might have saved us all a lot of trouble, mightn't you?
I never thought.
Well, I found these. Come on, where is it?
No, you have to find it.
Well, it's not upstairs and it's not down here. You left it in the garden or something.
Might have.
Would I be getting warmer if I was to look in the garden?
You could try.
It's not got 4 legs, has it?
You have to find out for yourself.
It's a tree.
Oh, very quick, Michael. I'm glad to see you're an expert on such things.
Well, no one's ever bought me a tree before.
Do you like it?
Of course I do. What is it?
No, you're the expert.
Oh, come on.
It's a plum tree.
Oh, brilliant. What do I have to do? Water it specially? Feed it?
No, it's all on the label. And this one's Jessica.
Caroline? Well, what's this one?
It's a magnolia.
So what have I done to deserve all this?
It's a present
Why?
because you're my favorite brother.
I'm your only brother.
That's why you're my favorite. Do you want some tea?
Why didn't she just tell us Gary gave it to her?
No idea. Brothers and sisters sometimes have totally irrational loyalties to each other.
Well, it's completely beyond me. Why keep it a secret?
Well, maybe it was a bit of a reaction to you dragging her up in front of that shop manager like that. She probably thought he was going to have her up in court, as well as you dispensing your street justice. And maybe she thought Gary would get the same kind of treatment.
I thought it was teaching her a lesson.
Well, I think you went over the top. And while I seem to be putting you in your place, I think you were somewhat out of order, just telling us like that you wanted to stop the fostering procedure. Louise is part of that decision. She's not just an order for a new pair of curtains to be cancelled because you don't feel like changing the wallpaper after all.
You start thinking fostering means getting to know someone else. End up finding out how little you know about yourself.
I'm sorry it took so long to get to see you.
Well, I'm not sorry I was angry about it. I still feel I was right.
If I had have come round within the hour, you'd have wanted me to get rid of the girl straight away. And all that basically would do would be to relieve you of the responsibility of throwing her out yourself. I don't think that's what you wanted, is it?
I honestly don't know anymore.
It might have taken me a week to get to see you, but you survived, didn't you? Did you have to force her to make those sandwiches?
I never have to force her to do anything except tell the truth.
I'm going to have to go now. Why don't we just let the paperwork eat its way through the system and then we'll see where we stand, eh?
Couldn't take Gary with you, could you? It's been as good as gold today, but I don't think I'm going to be able to talk to him properly if he's still around.
No problem.
Besides, he cleaned me out at pitch and toss.
Come on, Gary. I'll drop you off on the way home.
I thought you were going to tell him, you know.
Tell him what?
Nothing.
I feel terrible now.
Why?
Well, I haven't got you a present.
Don't be stupid.
I suppose I never think, do I?
Well, you've been working, and I had time off, and I think it takes someone in a particular frame of mind to go out and get involved in the trivial side of life. Hasn't exactly been your year for trivia, has it?
You know, the hardest thing I found to do last year, after Mei Lin, the hardest thing was to make Jess laugh.
She laughs with me.
Oh, I know. The problem isn't hers. The problem's mine.
She'll survive. She's got a brilliant dad. Even if he could wear a red nose just a little more often.
And she has a brilliant Auntie Caroline. Even if she's not going to be around for much longer.
Has somebody been telling you something I don't know?
Or has somebody been reading between the lines?
And what does it say between the lines?
That Michael and Jessica have become an increasingly heavy burden for you. And you haven't been getting the credit you deserve for helping us through last year.
Tell me about myself, Michael. You seem to know more than I do.
Well, I have a house, a daughter, a relationship, a practice, a future. All here in Liverpool if I want them. All good reasons for keeping me here.
And a tree.
Oh, and a tree. You've got a miserable brother, a demanding niece, and a huge amount of talent which should be taking the world by storm.
Oh, keep going, keep going.
And no tree.
Do you want to see it from my side? I came here because I was needed. And I still think I'm needed. At least until you go to America.
If I go to America.
Well, anyway, that's enough to make me stay. It's not enough to make me want to stay. And I want to stay.
Why?
Because if I didn't, I would miss you. And I would miss Jessica 10 times as much.
So what's next for Caroline, then?
Well, after all that digging, a hot bath.
Would you like me to run it for you?
Yeah, that would be great.
Thanks for my present. I think if you were to leave, Jess and I would be very lonely without you. Thanks for staying.
Have you lost something, love?
Yeah. I've lost my rubber.
Mind if I come in?
I'm going back soon.
Mind if I sit down?
I can get the bus if you don't want to take me.
Mind if we talk?
Did you like your dad?
Think I did?
Did he like you?
I think he probably did. Not the sort of thing you ever ask your parents, is it?
When you lose your parents, though, however it happens, even if they take themselves away from you, don't you want to know if they liked you? If they really liked you?
There are lots of things people wish they said to their parents after they'd gone. Probably most of all the simplest things, like telling them how much you loved them, that kind of thing.
Did you ever tell yours you loved them when you were grown up?
Well, now you bring it up, I probably didn't, no.
You don't love me, do you?
Well, that's a bit unfair, isn't it?
Do you like me then? Just a bit? I know my pain. But just pretend I'm not for a minute.
Okay. Just from my point of view, what I think in here. I spent many years building a home and caring for my family. Some of those years were harder to bear than others, but in the end, I think I have a family I love and who are there when I need them. Might not always seem like that, but I suppose that's the truth of it.
And I'm not family, am I?
Each member of this family lives their own lives. They're welcome to make new friends and bring friends home. You came to our home with Anna. And I think you'll be the first to admit that a few problems came with you.
Only one. Me.
I didn't exactly welcome you with open arms, did I?
What do you want me to do?
Well, I want what Anna wants for you. And I think Anna wants you to be happy and enjoy our friendship. But I'll tell you as well what I don't want. I do not want any kind of rift developing in my family. I do not want one of us to be with you and one of us against you.
I think I know why I've been different from with you and Anna, you know.
Oh, yes?
Well, she's more like a mum. And you're more like a granddad.
Do you enjoy being with Gary?
Yeah. It was great.
Oh, Hira, I'm glad you're back, love.
Sorry, love. I couldn't get away.
Frank, will you come here, please, before the kids get down?
Hey, I've already had one proposition today. Strictly business, though.
Frank, will you listen, please? Oh, Katie's been stealing money.
Katie?
Yeah, I saw it with my own eyes.
Who from?
Definitely from us. God knows if she's been taking it from anybody else.
How much?
80 pence.
Oh, Chris, hardly the Bank of England, love.
Frank, it doesn't matter how much. It's the way she did it. She was really devious about it. She even fiddled about with what was left so as to make it look as though nothing was missing.
You sure?
Oh, Frank, I saw it with my own eyes. God knows how long this has been going on. She's been really moody these last few weeks, and she's been getting very hard-faced.
What do you reckon?
Oh, I don't know, love. It could be anything. It could be gambling in the arcades. Well, it could be drugs.
Oh, Chris, come on. That's hardly the price of a comic these days, not a boatload of smack or something. She probably just borrowed it, love.
Frank, she is stealing money. And if you don't want to know what for, love, well, I do.
Following the release of the latest Home Office figures on female violent crime, Living Issues next looks at the reasons for this rapid rise.